Can you guys hear me all right? Yeah. Just want to make sure you guys can you guys hear me all right? Okay. Well, hope your guys' day going well. I'm sorry for the 1 minute delay. I kind of have to balance between three different screens. So I have like my OBS screens here, the chat screen where the camera is right here, and I have to have my laptop here because I swear, for whatever reason, the chat like cuts off like the last 24%, and I have no way of lowering it. So like that's the only way I can actually see the questions at the bottom. Maybe how was Hawaii? It was great. I uploaded the video, and I'm working on a ranking video now that I filmed today, and then once I get that up, I'll work on the montage version of that, which I think I'm gonna do in 4K. I actually uploaded a kind of test 4K Hawaii video just to see what it would look like or if it could run, and it looks pretty good. So I think I'll make sure that video is in 4K. So yeah. You love my shirt, Jackie boy? Thanks, I appreciate it. By the way, let's let you know if I look over here, it's just to see like the newer questions. Am I playing Dragon Ball Sparking Zero? Yeah, I'm gonna give it a try. I already rented that. One of two GameFly games arrived today, and I'll be streaming that after this stream. That's what the mystery game is. Was Hawaii hot? No, it wasn't. It was humid. It was very humid and it rained a lot. And it was weird how the rain worked. Like it never rained like a good amount of time all at once. It would hit you really really hard for like 20 seconds and then immediately stop. But it was always humid. But that makes sense if why it was always green. So yeah. Do a video on the best trips you've taken, including gaming expos. Hmm. Okay. Have I been ripping off some heads off Mayboom and game wise? Yeah, I've been playing a lot more Mortal Kombat. I think I'm trying to platinum that. I think I'm literally like two trophies away from platining that game. But like, I have absolutely no interest in getting the new DLC. I'm not paying $50 for what it gives you. It's not worth it. I did that for Aftermath on Mortal Kombat 11. I'm not doing that a second time. Is it Silent Hill 2? Yes, it is. And I can officially state that I've never actually played a Silent Hill game. So this will be a first. And I already have an idea of how I feel about it. I've already heard some things about it, so I'm a little concerned, but like I plan to play through this just to see if my fears are concerns, or they're confirmed. So yeah, I already have an idea of what score I might end up giving it to, so any of the Halloween movies with Michael Myers, have I watched any? Yeah, I've watched like a couple of them, but I wouldn't say I'm the biggest Michael Myers fan. Like I think I've seen the first Rob Zombie remake, and I think I saw maybe the very very first one. I haven't seen any of the more recent ones. I didn't watch any one of those. I didn't feel the need I needed to. Uh, Tenji got some support cards recently. Yeah, I noticed, but I don't usually run that type of deck, so I guess none of my concern. Watch the Penguin show? No, I haven't gotten around to it. Nah, I think I'll wait till it's all the way over before I binge watch it. Do you think that Silent Hill 2 might be a 10 out of... Oh, hell no. Hell no. There's no way. I don't think I'm gonna love... I don't think I'll love this game. I think it'll be like a one-time play. Like, I think by the time I'm done, I'm probably gonna end up giving this game a 6. Just from what I've heard. I've never been a Silent Hill fan at all, so this is like my first time experiencing this version. But heck, I never would have played the original version of 2, so I'm only playing this one because it's an updated version, so it might work for me. But heck, I've already heard some things and it's got me concerned. You've never played the original, but you're gonna play the remake. Dude, it was similar to Resident Evil 2. I have played the original Resident Evil 2, and I hated that game. And then the remake came out with the updated gameplay mechanics, and I ended up really loving that game. I hated those tank control, those fixed camera tank controls make those original Resident Evil games completely unplayable. I absolutely despise the first number of Resident Evil games, which is Resident Evils 1, 2, 3, Code Veronica, Outbreak. I hate all those Resident Evil games. You have to remember, when I started playing Resident Evil, I actually played 4, 5, and 6 first, then went back and played the originals and hated them. So I'm more of a second generation Resident Evil fan than a first generation. I'm a firm believer you can't like both versions. If you like the original games, you're gonna if you like 1, 2, and 3, you're gonna hate 4, 5, and 6, which is why they redid 2 and 3 in the style of 4, 5, and 6. That's why I could play those games. Like, I don't believe you can like both versions because they're so radically different, and then they're kind of going back to that, and that has me like a little bit concerned. You think the T-1000 would kick Venom and Carnage? I guess. I mean, how the hell would Carnage beat the T-1000? Do I think Carnage could kick Starkiller's ass? I don't know. Is Carnage immune to the Force? Who do I prefer? Slasher, Jason, or Michael? Definitely Jason. Jason's cooler. The Rob Zombie remake was mixed. I think the first one was good. The second one was garbage. So, that's how I feel. You're done with Mortal Kombat after seeing how Mortal Kombat 1 came out. Heck, that's understandable. I was perfectly fine with it. I'll always be a Mortal Kombat fan, so that's not going to stop me. I'm starting to watch Tales of the Crypt. Oh, okay. That's good. Yeah, I watched that growing up. So, yeah, that's a good series. Friends of mine describe Silent Hill 2 Remake as a dollar store Resident Evil. I've heard that, but, like, some of the gameplay elements make it seem like this is going to be a really slow game to me. So, compared to what I'm used to. So, that's what's got me concerned. You're going to get Call of Duty Black Ops 6? No. I'm done. I've been done with Call of Duty for a long time. I think the last one I played was maybe Modern Warfare 2, and that was it for me. I'm done with Call of Duty. Don't need to play anymore. I've watched the Silent Hill movie. It was okay. I didn't really care much for it. It just seemed kind of boring and slow, like Silent Hill. Do you think The Dark Knight and Arkham City are masterpieces? I think The Dark Knight is. I don't think Arkham City is. I think Arkham City is a great game, but I don't like it as much as Arkham Asylum. Been into terrifying movies with Art of Clown. I've never heard of that movie, so yeah. I love both versions of Resident Evil. I don't think that's possible, Vamp, because of how radically different it is. I think you like both versions, but I think you're lying to me and yourself. I don't think that's possible because it's like two different companies. They might as well not even be part of the same franchise. That's how radically different 1, 2, 3, and Code Veronica are from 4, 5, and 6. They're like night and day. It's like, are you a horror fan or an action fan? You could be kind of somewhat of both, but you're going to prefer one over the other. Have you heard Rocksteady is rumored to make another Batman game? I hope to God not. Keep it away from Arkham. Do something different. Which Assassin's Creed do I prefer? RPGs or classics? That's a tough question. Because I think Shadows is going to do both. But I'll give the slight edge to classic. Because my favorite, I look at my favorite old school ones, and that's like 4, 2, and Brotherhood. And then I really liked Odyssey and Origins, but I did not like Valhalla. Or, I think it's Mirage. So I'm just hoping that Shadows is going to be a mixture of both styles. That's what I'm hoping for. Have I ever heard and played Mercenaries made by the same team of the OG Battlefront? Yeah, I've played that game before. It was okay. My favorite Tales of the Crypt episodes are... Dang, you guys are going fast. You've been binge watching Power Rangers Time Force. Yeah, that's one of my all-time favorite seasons. As someone who's played Resident Evil 4 OG, I absolutely hated the remake. Yeah, dude, I hated the remake. I didn't even have to play it. I played the demo. And I absolutely hated it. It wasn't Resident Evil 4 anymore. They changed things that were not necessary. Like, Resident Evil 4 is an absolutely perfect game. It didn't need a remake. I'm happy that people like the remake, but heck, it's not for me. Vulture episode 9, Live the Gambler episode. Yeah, I know that one. Do a top 10 videos of games that you wish did not get canceled. Did not get canceled? That might be a tough one. I'd have to really think on that one. You love both versions. I think you're telling yourself that, man. Have you ever heard of the Battle of Thermopylae? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. The Battle of 300 Spartans. Well, it's actually 300 Spartans and 4,000 other Greek forces. But yeah, I'm a big war buff. I know about that battle pretty well. What would you do if you lived in the Assassin's Creed universe? Nothing. I mean, I'm not part of the Templars. I'm not part of the Assassins, so I'd be kind of invisible. I mean, I have no impact. Have I watched Tales from the Hood? Yes, James. Yes, my mom made me watch that when I was younger. That was definitely fun to watch. That's like saying you can't be a fan of both versions of God of War. I don't know about that, because here's the thing. I think that's actually a really good. That's actually a very good counter argument, because I actually do really like both versions. Gameplay wise, they do connect. Gameplay wise, they're different. Story wise, they do connect. So, you know what, Vamp? I gotta admit, I think you got me there. That's actually a very good counter argument. I guess you can like both, because both God of War 3s and Ragnarok are 10 out of 10s for me, and I do prefer Ragnarok a little bit more than 3, but okay, touche, my friend. You got me. You got me. Dang, there's a lot of, man, you guys are really cranking it with your questions, man. I'm having a hard time keeping up. Which world of Metal Gear Solid would I live in? I wouldn't want to live in a Metal Gear Solid world at all. Like, if I had to pick one, I'd probably pick maybe the world of the first Metal Gear game. Preferably because it's kind of unknown and, like, the general public doesn't know what's going on in Shadow Moses, so, like, I wouldn't know. Which Mercenaries game did I play? I'm pretty sure I played the first one. I don't think I played the second one. I'm pretty sure it was the first one. What is the most powerful erotic video game I've ever played? I guess erotic? I guess Cyberpunk? I guess? I mean, if we're talking erotic, I mean, the sex scenes in that game they're pretty damn good. So, I guess that case? I wish they had more Joy toys, except just one, but, like, you know. What is the most liberating video game I've ever played? Liberating? I guess Final Fantasy X, I guess, in that sense. Which DC hero do you want to see Rocksteady do next? Ugh. Let's see if we can get a Superman game going. Like, we haven't had a really good one of those, so I think if they could do Superman, that would be really impressive. What gun would I want to own in real life? What gun? Gun. That's a tough one. But if I had to pick one, damn, that's a tough one. Well, I mean, I guess there was this one, like, revolver type gun in the game Dark Watch. If some guys don't know what I'm talking about, it was like this revolver and it had like this really cool blade at the end. It was kind of cool, so I guess I'd go with that. What else we got? Have I played Dead or Alive? Yes, a long time ago, but I'm not a Dead or Alive fan. I'm more of a Mortal Kombat person, so yeah, I'm loyal to the cause. What weapon in Mass Effect would I want to have? Easily the pulse rifle. Mass Effect 3 pulse rifle. That's the no. I think it's like protein rifle. It shoots like a laser and it's Prothean. Yeah, that's the gun I'd want. What video game would I want to live in? Live in? I guess I'd pick Final Fantasy X once the calm hits. For good. I guess that would be a good world to live in. What video game character implies both vulnerability and brutality? Vulnerability and brutality? Huh. I guess Kratos. There are times where he can be vulnerable, but that is a brutal and tortured man, so that's what I would say. You wish Force Unleashed didn't get canceled? I don't think it. Maybe not so much canceled because I don't think the second game was all that good. It was too damn short, but I wish they had finished the story of Battlefront. I think that's what I would have wanted. I would like a conclusion because as far as we know, it's still open ended. So, yeah, Force Unleashed 3. You think you like both versions of God of War? Yeah, yes I do. I would lose it if they remade Resident Evil 4 and replaced Leon with Ethan Winters. I don't think that's possible. I don't think that would have been possible, but okay. Which mythology do you want Kratos from God of War to tackle next? It looks like we're going to Egypt. That makes the most sense. But I would prefer we focus on his son and not focus on Kratos. I'll be happy if they retired Kratos. Let's follow Atreus. Let's follow him. I think following his story would be great. I wish something had happened where like Tyr was like that version there, that person's God of War, and at some point he went bad, and then Atreus had to kill him, and then he takes the title of God of War. So like Kratos is the Greek God of War, Atreus takes the title of the Norse title of God of War. Therefore, you could follow him to Egypt, and he's like, oh, he's the recently throned God of War of that era or that region. Because, yeah, but 100%, if there is another God of War, we're 100% going to Egypt. That makes logical sense. You beat Mercenaries 2 in 5 hours yesterday. It was piss, ass, poor, and painfully short. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Correct me if I'm wrong, Joker grows an army of his own and renders Gotham unlawful. Penguin takes control of one of the mob families and rises to the ranks as the Gotham criminals. I think that may have happened in one of the storylines, but you'd have to be specific. Who is my favorite Superman voice actor? One from the animated series. That's the one that stands out to me the most. I don't know his name. What color Power Ranger would I want to be? Depends on the team. Depends on the team. You gotta give me a team and I'll give you a color. Oh, damn, you guys are really... hey, what's up, Zach Tarf? Welcome to the stream. I wouldn't mind owning a Colt Thunderin. It's a gun owned by Billy the Kid. I got Batman Avatar for Halloween. That's pretty cool. Dead or Alive is Tekken with hot girls. Yes, I'm aware. They're known for their giant breasts and their volleyball. Yeah, I'm aware of that. And they had a really shitty movie, too. Any plans for Halloween? No, not really. I haven't celebrated Halloween in a very, very long time. So, yeah, I'll probably just end up working that night. Joke. Why do I hate Afro black guy? Because he's a token black guy who's doing this stupid little jiggle dance while he's fighting. He's like, what the hell is this? Do Japanese hate black people all of a sudden? What the hell was this? Like, literally, tell me I'm wrong. He's literally doing this as he's standing. He's doing this. It's like, dude, just stand still for God's sake. And he has a chocobo in his afro. Do you know how much chocobo shit must be in that thing? God. And he seemed like a complete dumbass. Like, at least Barrett looked like Mr. T with a giant cannon for an arm. I mean, that's badass. Seriously. I really thought Japanese had a problem with black people for a while. Solid Snake comes to Hollywood. What does he do first? Get some sleep, I guess? Jacobo, you want to know, have I seen Afro Samurai? Yes, I have. It was pretty entertaining, for what it was. I thought Samuel Jackson, playing his character. He wasn't Afro Samurai, but, I thought he did a pretty good job. Zach Tarf, what would Batman do if Wesker throw him in Arkham? No, I think he'd just contain him. You can't keep someone like Wesker in Arkham. Are you kidding? He'd be out of there in minutes. Will I still play Spider-Man 3? No, Aaron, I will not. I could not finish Spider-Man 2. I refuse to play that any farther. I am done with Marvel Sony Spider-Man. I'm done. I am not going down that path. What video game character in Mass Effect and Final Fantasy would I bang? Would I bang? Well, let's see. In Mass Effect, it'd be Liara in top three. It would be Liara 1, Miranda 2, and Jack 3. And no, I take that back. I take that back. It'd be Liara 1, Cora 2, Miranda 3. And Final Fantasy, who would I bang? Riku 1. No, she's too much of a good girl. I guess Tifa 2 and Jill 3. That's what I would do. Good question. Ethan Winters is such a wasted character. Yeah, but I think they used him pretty effectively. Anthony B. Solid Snake meets Quentin Tarantino. What do they talk about? What would they talk about? One's a director and one's a super, is like kind of like a secret stealth soldier. I don't know what they would talk about. Have I seen Joker 2? Unfortunately, I had to, just so I have the right to say that movie was shit and it never should have been made. Heck, I just finished filming a Joker live action ranking video that was sent to me. I literally filmed it like 10 minutes before the stream, and that'll be the next ranking video I upload. What is my favorite swear word? It'd be shit. Easy. Do I have a favorite WWE title design? Yes, I love the John Cena WWE spinner belt. I would love to own one. Here's what I'd love to do. I want to get one of those. I want to remove the W, and I want to put a PlayStation logo in there and just have a spinner belt over the PlayStation logo. I absolutely will do that if I get one of those belts. 100%. That would be cool. Could you imagine me walking around with a title and the PlayStation logo? Oh my god, that'd be cool. Have I seen Black Lagoon? Yes, I have. I think it's okay. Another example of a Resident Evil 5 controversy. James Bond, a British agent killing Russians, is not meant to offend Russian people. Yeah, I think most logical people would understand that. Do you think this culture war era will die out in the next 5 years? I hope so, because I'm getting too old to be dealing with all this bullshit and these crazy people. I'm tired. I'm already sick and tired of this young generation. They can all go. Whoever told Whitney Houston that children are our future can go straight to hell. Not her, but the message. Whoever told her to say that, because I don't believe that at all. There's a good reason I don't want to have kids right now. You really think I want to raise a kid with these crazy sons of bitches? I wouldn't even know how to raise a kid in this era. Trust me. I had it pretty tough in the 90s, but I don't even think my parents would know how to raise a child nowadays. Spider-Man 3 is a Solid Snake avatar. What? I missed one. Toria, what are your thoughts on the P. Diddy situation? Oh dear God, the less we talk about that, the more. I don't want to know more about that situation. Let's just leave that to other people. Anthony B. Spider-Man 3 has a Solid Snake avatar. Would you play it? Probably not. No thanks. Jackie Boy, speaking of Japanese and black guys, Oda Nobunaga literally told Yasuke, take a bath and scrub the ink off you. I know a little bit about that sort of history, which is why the funny thing about this whole Assassin's Creed situation is that if this Yasuke guy really did exist, this is the first time in Assassin's Creed we're playing as a supposed historical character. Every other character we've played was completely fictional, so the idea that we're actually playing as someone who may or may not have existed is a first for the franchise, and everyone's complaining. It's weird. Heck, I'm still gonna get Shadows when it comes out next year. What things would I change about Wesker in Resident Evil 5? Nothing. I think what they did with Wesker was best. That's the most Wesker you get in any other Resident Evil game. If you look at, you don't get much of him in the first game. You don't really get much of him in the following games. That's the most Wesker you get in any video game. I thought he was great. Damn, Riku got the one spot quick. Well, have you seen her outfit in Final Fantasy X-2? Of course I'm gonna hit that. You crazy? I mean, heck, they even have this weird Well, maybe we shouldn't talk about that. Yeah, it's weird. I'll save that for another time. Spider-Man 3 might have Korean American chicken character Cindy. What the heck is that about? Vamp A. My top 3 Final Fantasy characters I would bang. Tifa, Tifa, and Tifa. Yeah, well, unfortunately, buddy, Tifa's right here on the wall up there, so you're a little late. So you're a little late, my friend. you're a little, and you caused me to lose my angle. I don't know. I'll adjust it later. I don't know. Maybe I can adjust it now for a little bit. Yeah. Oh, now it's too low. That's fine. Is Hollywood screwed? I lost passion in movie theaters. It might be pretty screwed soon, so, yeah. How about Transformers 1? I saw that, but I didn't really care much for it, but it was kind of forgettable, so, yeah. I saw it when I was in Hawaii, so it's just like, I need just to burn like a good hour and a half, and I was just like, and it was okay. Yikes, Joker 2 seems to have split in the face to its fans. You're damn right, that was the whole point. Even the director said that. 3 Topics Gamer live streams from the set of a MGS motion picture series. Who do I dare interview first? I guess not me. Interview anybody else but me. Riku, bra? What? What's wrong with Riku? What's wrong? What's wrong with Riku? She's definitely the hottest of the 3 girls in that game. I mean, Unit, leave her for Titus. He's my boy. Pain looks a little too dark for me, so Riku's the obvious bang option. I mean, unless you would have a foursome of all 3 of them, which, there is a scene in Final Fantasy X-2 that's, well, it's something. My top 5 Linkin Park songs. Lying From You, Fate, Nobody's Listening, Figure 9, and No More Sorrow. Yeah, those are some good songs, man. The soft guy era ends. What's the next era called? I have no idea, but I want nothing to do with it, my friend. Kids are bad news. You're damn right they are. God, I mean, heck, I don't miss being a kid at all. I miss being a teenager, but not a kid. When did Vegeta truly become a good guy? I think he truly became a good guy when he got, I would say right before he died to Boo. Yeah, I think when he said goodbye to Trunks, that was the moment I felt that he had become a true good guy. Yeah, that's what I think. Kids are bad news. Yes, the kids are bad news. Can I whistle? Nobody's listening? No, can't do that right now, man. What country do I always want to visit? I still want to visit Great Britain. I would have wanted to visit Japan, but I feel bad for the locals there because tourists like to terrorize the locals, and I felt bad about that. So I was just like, out of respect, I won't go there anymore. Just because I don't want them to feel bad around me or feel uncomfortable. So, definitely Europe, places in Europe. Assassin's Creed Ubisoft is cooked, bro. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Have I seen Shogun or Blue Eye Samurai? I've seen Shogun, but I've not seen Blue Eye Samurai. I have not seen that. I'll take your Tifa when you sleep. Yeah, good luck, man. I got 2 of them, and I also got her figure behind me in the corner. So, you're a little late. Gotta go. See you later. Well, thanks for stopping by, Jackie boy. It was fun. Were I ever into watching Baywatch? No, I was not. I was into Xena or the Legends of Hercules during that period. Not gonna lie, mostly into Tifa. Yeah, so there's a lot of 90s boys like me. Who thought making Joker 2 a musical was a good idea? Someone whose ego was too much for them to handle. Tor, you want to know how you listen to rock music? Have I ever looked into weird, kind of curious, because black people I know wouldn't touch any genre outside of hip-hop, drill, or R&B. I actually don't. I don't listen to hip-hop. I don't know what drill is. I'll listen to some R&B, but I'm more into classical or heavy metal or rock. Anything that gives you a pulse. There are times where I kind of want to relax, and then I'll listen to something sort of like some R&B or some classical, like some Mozart or something from an orchestra. But like if I'm in a really bad mood or I need to go to the gym, there's nothing that pumps you up more than heavy metal or rock. I mean, there's nothing that pumps you up more. But then Michael Jackson is his own genre, and he can get me in any kind of mood. I like Yuna. I like her classy touch. She can get wild, but it's also relatively modest. Here's the thing. Riku's the girl you sleep with. Yuna's the type of girl you marry. So there's a difference. You're asking who would I sleep with. If you're asking what like 3 girls would I marry, that's a very different list. What would my superhero name be? I wouldn't want to be a superhero. I don't want to be an anti-hero. Oh man, dang, I'm really behind. Let's see. Zach Tarp. So, would you like one of those characters in Transformers Beast Wars Optimus one with all his alternate forms like the gorilla and hoverboard? Yeah, probably not. Marcus. Speaking of Linkin Park, how do I feel about their comeback? It's not Linkin Park anymore. I've heard like, God, stay away from the old songs, and I don't like the new sound. It's not Linkin Park. It's the equivalent of another band buying the rights to the name Linkin Park and then them calling themselves Linkin Park. It's not Linkin Park anymore. Linkin Park died 7 years ago, and I had already come to peace with that. I got 6 great Linkin Park albums, not including One More Light because that album is awful, that I could listen to for the rest of my life. But like, what they're doing is, I'm not for it at all. I'm happy if there are people that are for it, but I am not. Do I know why so many games are going woke? Okay, like, I'm not even sure how we describe woke anymore. Like, I don't know what's the difference. Like, the line is so blurry. Like, I did a whole video talking about this, and, like, no one could give me a straight answer. So, I don't know. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I don't, like, that'll take too long to discuss, and I'm getting behind. Anthony, you get a document that looks like DOD, and it talks about Rex projects dating 2005. What do I do with it? I'd burn it. Yeah, burn it. May Boom, do you have a favorite Def Jam fighter? I never played Def Jam, unfortunately, so unfortunately not. James, what do you... I think the first live-action Transformers movie could have been better if they'd used the 2 random characters as the main characters instead of Shyla and Megan Fox. Maybe, but you have to remember, Shyla wasn't well known at the time, so that was like his really first big role. So, I mean, he wasn't an unknown, but like he wasn't known as a movie star. And Megan Fox, I don't think she'd ever been in a film before that, so I don't know. I still had fun with it back in '07. Would you sleep with Tifa or marry her? You can't have both. I think I could marry Tifa. She's definitely wife material, I would say. Carter Baldwin, if you could make a Batman movie and a good one, what would you do? It would be about the Court of Owls. That's the movie I would make. No one's tackled that in live action. That would make for a fantastic film. Let's see. What type of woman do I prefer? I prefer a woman who can hold it down, hold her own, doesn't necessarily need me around all the time, but is not afraid to be vulnerable. And anytime that I'm ever vulnerable with her, she doesn't ever try to use that against me in a fight. And I know a few people like that who I don't need to be in charge all the time. If they are better suited for to make a decision on something, I have no problem stepping aside and letting them lead the way, and I wouldn't feel any less of a man about that. I'm not necessarily an old school type of man thinking way in the sense that, as I'm the man, I should always be leading. That's probably how older men feel, or that's kind of how my dad felt. I think we're living in a different time where women have shown that they're very, very capable in a lot of situations and are better suited for some situations than men. And if my significant partner is better at me in certain things, can take the lead, or is better advice and is wiser in that, then heck, I have no problem following her lead. Next question. The new singer can't even handle Scream for Give It Up. Well, there aren't many singers who could, but heck, that, again, stay away from the old songs. Like, I heard that new singer sing my top 4 favorite Linkin Park songs, and it was a total disaster. And I don't want to, and I'm not the type of person that's like, oh, you just don't like her because she's a female. It's like, that's not even the case. I don't think she's a good singer. And I've heard of plenty of, like, cover-based bands here on YouTube that have sung those same songs with female singers, and they sound phenomenal. Whoever this woman is, she's just not a good enough singer to be singing those songs. So that's my problem. Was Minutes to Midnight a good album? I thought it was a great album. In my opinion, it's their last great album. Like, it's my number 3 favorite, behind Hybrid Theory and Meteora. That would be number 3. And then once you get to Living Things and A Thousand Suns and Hunting Party, then it can mix around a little bit. But yeah, I would say something that definitively Minutes to Midnight is a great album. Yeah, no question. What is my favorite video game soundtrack? Final Fantasy X, no question. I got rights, equalities. I just don't understand what some TV universes have to do with any of that. Neither do I, my friend. What is my favorite video game accessory? I don't know. One that increases your strength, I guess. I don't know. Salt Snake goes to a convention. What happened? He wonders how the hell he got there. Do you think it would be interesting if they integrated characters from the Unicron trilogy into a live-action Transformers film? That'd be tough to do, but like they kind of tried doing something like that, but you know that's a bit of a stretch. Of course, Michael is the king of pop. Of course, he has his own thing. So you're gonna listen to him at a cookout? Hell yeah, I'd listen to him at a cookout. Heck, I'd listen to him at a funeral. Let's see, hearing her sing from the inside is something. Oh dear God, oof, that must have been awful. Hello, Caleb. Welcome to the stream. Do you know why are people so sensitive nowadays? I don't know why they're so sensitive. Why did everyone get so soft? Like, I can take a joke. Like, if someone makes a joke about me, like, I'm not going to get all offensive and sensitive. I might laugh at it, too. Like, sometimes it's nice to laugh at ourselves. I think that's funny. It means we have a sense of humor. And we don't have to take, like, life is too short to take everything so seriously. You need to enjoy life from time to time. Thoughts on Shrek 5 coming in 2026? I got no interest in Shrek. I only saw the first 2 films. Like, once I saw those after the second one, I didn't need to see any more. So, I've not seen any of the Shrek movies past the second one. I like half of Minutes to Midnight. That's understandable. Speaking of covers, I did listen to Jazz cover of Blue Apple AM and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for... Yeah, there's several covers for songs that are great. What do I think of the album cover Rayman vs. Rayman? I've never heard of that. To be fair. Dang it, I'm trying to keep up. I prefer the same type of women you described. Oh, good thing we got the same taste in women. So man, you think Spider-Man 2 had a Web of Shadows bit? Turned out, yeah. Yeah, once it went down that path, I was lost. I totally lost interest. Maybe I wouldn't mind Matt Reeves' Joker being like Hannibal Lecter from Silent Hill Lambs in the last movie of the trilogy, as long as the trilogy had another main villain. Yeah, I can understand that, but heck, I would prefer they just stay away from Joker entirely. I'm all Jokered out. Like, I don't want to see another Joker for at least like another 5 to 7 years. Like, let's get away from Joker. There are many other Batman fans that have not been brought to the live-action screen that are more than deserving of it. I mean, examples like Resident Evil Chainsaw Controller. Oh, like an accessory? Like a game accessory? I guess the only one that stands out the most is I have a Tron PlayStation 3 controller that lights up. That's pretty cool. I mean, I guess that. Growing up, the biggest bands were Linkin Park and Green Day. How about you? Kind of the same. I mean, there were other bands, but I was more into Linkin Park and things like 3 Days Grace and Disturbed and Red and bands like that. That's kind of what I grew up on. Remember, 3 Days Grace didn't make it through what they... Here's the thing. I just heard that their old singer is coming back and that they're kind of doing like a co-vocal thing. Because their recent singer was like holding it down for like, I think, like 2 or 3 albums. And then their old singer, Adam, like recently announced that he came back. Like, I think I heard this announcement like 3 days ago. And I was just like, okay, that sounds good. Because I really liked those first three Day Grace albums more than some of the newer ones. It took like, by album 3 with the newer singer, it was like, okay, this is a new sound that I'm kind of into. But I still like the older songs. So, yeah, I heard that announcement. Which warrior class would I choose, Viking, Knight, or Samurai? Definitely Samurai. No, I'd go. Yeah, definitely Samurai. I guess Sweet Baby Inc. and Insomniac really like Spider-Man Web of Shadows. Yeah, I guess so. To be honest, for example, if someone made a joke about me being a virgin, I would be upset. Trust me, man. Trust me. That used to drive me crazy. Once I got past that, it didn't bother me anymore. So trust me, man. You'll get there eventually. I promise you. It'll happen. Don't put yourself down too hard. Trust me. There's a lot of guys that it's happening to. Trust me. I didn't lose my virginity till I was 32 years old, and I'm 34 now. So heck, took a long time. You think about some of the older generations, these guys were losing their virginity at 14, 15, 16 years old. So heck, it's just harder for us normal guys nowadays. These women have just unrealistic standards. How about the Clue Master or maybe the Rat Catcher or Deadshot? Yeah, why not? Use someone new. I thought it was just a rumor that Adam was coming back. No, I heard that was reported. I mean, it might be a rumor, but heck, you can proof check me. But like, I just read a report that was happening. I was like, I saw that on Twitter. I was like, oh, this is interesting. No, but it's like I could be wrong, but I just read that somewhere recently. How did I lose interest in when Venom took over New York? I mean, Harry wanted to heal the world. It wasn't just him. It was they were pushing Miles so hard, and I'm not a Miles fan at all. Like, he's okay in like the films, but like they were pushing him so hard. They were trying to force this character on me, and I wasn't into him at all. And like, I already don't like Miles as a character in the games anyway because he's so OP. It's ridiculous. And once I saw that's the direction they're going, that's when I knew I was leaving. I was out. I don't know what drill is. It's a rapper development wrote. I've never heard of it, so I apologize. Dating is hard nowadays. Dude, dating is not really hard. It's damn near almost impossible. I mean, dude, I haven't been on a date in like 13 years, so yeah. Sex is just a biomechanical process. Humans have a lot of other things to focus on. Good. That is good advice, Anthony. I 100% agree with that. Do you think about Godzillas with a Z? They're okay, but I wasn't like the biggest fan of them when they were popular back in the early 2000s. You like death/black metal? From time to time if the mood is right. Am I planning on playing Insomniac's Wolverine game? Yeah, when we see enough about it, then yeah, I'll give it a shot. Oh snap! All right, we got 15 minutes before it's Silent Hill time. Breaking Benjamin is another band I enjoy. Yeah, Breaking Benjamin's also a pretty good song. I like their song "Dance with the Devil." That's a great song. I think Spider-Man 3 might be plush silk. Who knows? I don't know what they'll do with that game, but I won't be playing it. I have no interest. Do I like Slipknot? A few songs, but I wouldn't say I'm the biggest fan of theirs. Do you listen to black metal all day long? No, I don't. Oh, deal. Oh, dang. Silent Hill. Yeah. Yeah, I just finished installing it. I've never played a Silent Hill game, so for those of you who join me in the live stream in like 60 seconds after the stream ends in 15 minutes, you're going to be seeing me experience Silent Hill for the first time. And heck, and if enough people show up, I might even play for 2 hours. Maybe 2, maybe even longer. Because heck, I don't go to bed till like 2 in the morning tomorrow. So, as someone who is bisexual, I don't plan on dating. Heck, heck, that's everyone's life choice. I don't think I'm suited to have kids or be married. Like, at this point, I'm like, right now, I'm really just focused on getting a dog. That is like my number one goal. I want to get a dog so bad. I feel like I need that companionship, and I think a dog would be perfect. Like, that's like the one element of my life I'm missing the most. But like, heck, if I don't think I'm suited to be a parent or to be a husband. But heck, if I find like a lifetime companion, that would be just fine with me. As someone, you don't ask the most difficult questions known to mankind to strangers. Trust me, Anthony, you can ask me anything you want. Trust me, I'm an open book here. We're all good here. I don't think there's any question that I'm trying to think. I'm not sure if there's any. I don't think anyone's ever asked me a question that I haven't been uncomfortable saying. Like, there's only like one question that I could think of that someone could ask me, and I would have no problem saying it. I don't think anyone's figured it out, but what video game or movie would you consider peak fiction? Peak fiction? Probably Star Wars when it was under George Lucas. I think that was peak fiction, like science fiction. Whenever I'm not listening to rock or metal, I often listen to jazz bands. Yeah, Black Wolf. I'm the same. When I'm not like in a rough mood, I like to listen to more slow down songs just to relax. It helps with my blood pressure. Tora, it's your birthday today. Really? Well, happy birthday, Tora. How old are you? I recently had celebrated a birthday just last month, so yeah. Happy Spooky Month, by the way. Well, happy Spooky Month to you too, Black Wolf. I even arbor people to joke about animal cruelty. Oh yeah, no, you don't screw with animals. Human cruelty, that's one thing. Animal cruelty, ooh. I get more upset with animal cruelty than human cruelty, to be fair. Like, uh, I love Silent Hill. I played those games way back in the day. We'll pick up the remake soon. Okay, well, hope you have fun with it. The one question you're not comfortable answering, I'm not sure if it was, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's not like, yeah, you probably Final Damnation 13. I don't like talking about that, but like, there's a reason for that. But yeah, you guys have known that for years, so that's, John Carlin, I love Superman. Yeah. What Patreon do I like most about Greek? Greek, Norse, or Egyptian? Definitely Greek. No question. Norse and Egyptian are okay, but Greek is my thing. Humans often deserve cruelty. I think some do. I think in some cases, you could understand that. You end up using the stall next to Quentin. What would you tell him? Thanks for making your films. I think you're a good director. I look forward to your next film, I guess. Have I ever experienced racism myself? No, maybe not in the way you think. I've never, put it like this, I don't think I've ever experienced racism from anyone that wasn't black. I think the closest thing to, I think I've told this story before. I think the closest thing to racism I ever experienced was during high school when like all the black kids would call me Oreo because I wouldn't act quote black. So like for 4 years I was always called Oreo because they were convinced that because I didn't listen to rap or I wasn't listening to 50 Cent or all those or these rappers or gangsters, I wasn't into that lifestyle. I was kind of like focusing on my studies and into more nerd culture. They were convinced I was a white guy's soul in a black person's body and I should be ashamed of myself. And it was only black people calling me this. Everyone else was normal. But but against like a white person or someone who wasn't black, I've never experienced any kind of racism before. Like even against cops. Like some people think the cops were racism. That's never happened to me. I've only been pulled over 3 times in my entire lifetime. And all 3 times it was the same reason. It was merely my lights on my car or bike, and it was entirely my fault. So, yeah, they should have pulled me over. And I never felt uncomfortable around them. If anything, I'm more uncomfortable around other black people than any other ethnic group. And I'm not ashamed to admit that live here on YouTube. Like, out of any group of people I'm the most uncomfortable around, it is other black people. I think in my entire life, I've only had 4 black friends. That's Antoine, who I still am cool friends with, who I call my brother, who I don't even feel comfortable calling him a friend anymore because we've known each other for almost 30 years. A guy named Lucas, who I met in middle school. Frank, I met in college. And Ricky, who unfortunately I think he passed away a few years ago. That's about it. But those are my only 4 black friends I've had in my entire life after 34 years. But yeah. On different Halloween, I've dressed up as Ghostface. Oh, wow, that's something. Black Wolf, I would rather see a superstitious movie revolving around spoiler feature Ratcatcher. Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. Do you think you could direct a movie? No. No, I would not make a good director. May Boom, like the first Joker prequel movie, would you be open to another prequel? Let's stay away from prequels. Let's try to make more original content. I know it's possible. Imagine if Rocksteady remade the original Grand Theft Auto trilogy. I don't think they want to waste their time with that. like let's come on. I mean, there's so much focus on the next Grand Theft Auto movie, the game. They're not looking to the past, unless they're looking to make it like a cheap buck. What would be a good series to cross over with Heart to Heart with? I'm not sure. You're an Uncle Ruckus. I am not an Uncle Ruckus. I am not an Uncle Ruckus. I don't despise black people. I mean, it's just like in my experience, I've had very few positive experiences around groups of black people. I'm sure individually there are many good, sensible, reasonable, highly intelligent black people. I'm saying in my life, I've not had the opportunity to be around many of them. I've always been surrounded around like ghetto black people, which make me uncomfortable. Which is weird because my mom is from the ghetto side, but like my dad is like a country boy from Maryland. So like how this ghetto girl got with this country boy from the East Coast came together is like, I don't even know how my parents came together, but like it's something that shouldn't happen. But they got 3 kids and 27 years of marriage out of it. So you tell me. Do I have a favorite documentary? Documentary? Well, there is this documentary on History Channel called The Rise and Fall of the Spartans. I think is pretty cool that I enjoy rewatching a lot of times. That's the one that sticks out to me the most. There's also another one on History Channel that's no one called like The Art of War. That was really cool. What happened to the original content in Hollywood these days? Who knows? I think people just lost their imagination. How much time we got? Okay, we got 6 minutes, so we better knock these questions out quick. I think I missed one. I think Gordon asked, I missed your question, but you have the similar issue with being Indian and not caring much for the heritage enough and loving punk rock. Yeah. I'm glad we're in the same boat. I hate birthdays, including my own, because of aging. Yeah, well, maybe we all get old, so yeah. Marcus Rennan, I don't want to sound offensive, but even black people can be racist. Trust me, I've experienced that before. Some people people say that can happen. Like, it's crazy. People say that black people cannot be racist. And I'm like, as someone who experienced racism from other black people, you're damn right we can. Damn right. I also have a country boy father and a ghetto mother. Wow. I'm glad we have that in common. I think we came out just fine. My mom was once a chief investigator. Really? Wow, that's actually pretty cool. Wow, nice. So, what guns would I use to have a pistol set in the back? Which primary weapon? I'm not sure. Yeah. I've experienced racism during my school years. Yeah, I think it's unfortunate that we had to experience that at such a young age. But yeah. And wow, for the first time, I am all caught up on questions. I am all caught up. I've been trying to catch up to the bottom of the list all day for the last hour. I'm all caught up. Have I ever been to New York State? No. I've never been to New York State. I think the closest I've been is Maryland. That's where my dad's buried. Honestly, my dad was from a small town in Peru, and my mom grew up in the Bronx. Wow. Man, how'd they meet? My parents met when my dad was in the military, and my mom was a roommate to one of my dad's commander's girlfriends, and apparently my dad's commander asked my dad to go over to my mom's roommate's place to pick up some lasagna, and that's how they met. So, yeah. That's how that happened. The Final Fantasy 14 documentary is fantastic. I'd recommend it. Well, maybe I'll give it a chance, but heck, I don't know anything about Final Fantasy 14, so. Have I ever been called by names other than Oreo? No. No. I don't even think I've ever been called the N-word before, like, by another person. Like, I think the only time that ever somewhat happened was, I think I'll save that story for another time. We're almost out of time. Maybe if someone brings that question up again, I'll tell the story. It happened in high school, and it was a weird situation, but, like, yeah. Your question, Aaron, well, I'm looking. I'm a black person, and I always wanted to visit Japan, but I don't know if I should. Yeah, I'm the same way. like I've just seen the way locals treat how tourists treat the locals, and I feel bad. Yeah, I think that was your question, Aaron. So I'm sorry if I missed it. What movies that were created by terrible filmmakers you wish succeeded filmmakers created? I'm not sure. Not sure. Damn, lasagna for love. Yeah, That's what mom said. But yeah, That's how they met. All right. We got 2 more minutes before we're jumping into Silent Hill. I'm curious how many people are going to join because yeah, I'm literally going to be experiencing this for the first time. So you're going to be seeing something rare. Like it's not often that you get to see me experience a well-known franchise for the very first time. But yeah, that's what's going to happen in a couple minutes. So you think that the Cybertron games will do well if they're ported to PS5? Absolutely. I'm upset they never made a third one. But I guess, War of Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron were like the greatest Transformers games, so I mean just to port them, not even remake them, just port them and I'll rebuy them. Those games are definitely worth replaying again. Just update the graphics a little bit, but yeah, I would absolutely rebuy both of them. Do it in a 2 package. We haven't actually seen one of those in a while. Wait, you don't like rap music? Not really. Nah, I can't get into rap music. Nah, I can't think of a single rap song that I actually like or rap artist that I actually like. I can't think of any. I mean, maybe there's like 1 or 2 songs, but like that's about it. The reason why I said that black people can be racist is the group of blacks commenting that I'm from Mexico and my mom nearly tore them a new one. I was born in the U.S. and my mom is Salvadorian. I'm glad she really stood up for you. Yeah. I've not experienced that myself, but I've seen that. Like some people, but yeah, I'm really glad she stood up for you. Don't take shit from nobody, man. I like some rap. Eminem's my favorite. Yeah, like I know like a few Eminem songs, but I wouldn't say I'm a big fan of his. Okay, well, it's about to be 5:30, so we got to jump over to Silent Hill. This was very much a very engaging episode of people's questions. If enough people show up, like if we get like more than 10, I might do 2 hours of Silent Hill. As of right now, we're doing 1 hour Silent Hill. So again, I want to thank you guys for joining the stream and your questions. This was a very fun episode. Give me like 60 seconds. I'm going to jump right into Silent Hill 2, and then once like a few people show up, I'll start the game. So again, I want to thank you guys for joining the stream. You guys are awesome, and hopefully I'll see some of you in a few seconds. So see you in a few.